Is it the letters attached to the person or the person attached to the letters that will make the best business leader of the future? That's the question that industry experts have been discussing with delegates at this year's conference. Lloyd Bracey has been listening to some of the key speakers. Lloyd, a lively discussion?
Yes, Martin, it has been quite a lively session, and one of the key themes to emerge has been the question of ethics, of business ethics. Should MBA providers teach them? Indeed, can they teach them?
The first question I was asked to address was, can values be taught in business schools? And my answer is no. Is it right to teach them to adults? My answer is no. And is there a deficiency in values and teamwork? And my answer is, it depends. Now, I've been asked to keep strictly to time, so I'm tempted to say thank you and good afternoon.
We take a lot of the excellent, raw talent that comes from your sources, and we hope to supercharge their careers to be leaders of the world. And when this topic came up, I was like, yes, this is fantastic. It's a nice niche in terms of how McKinsey sees its role and how we see leadership and the qualities around leadership, particularly around values.
We have been talking about values, but if it is still a slide or a frame on the wall, it's totally useless. Can we talk about values and can we teach values in MBA? I think we need to find a way.
Now, one of the speakers who's from outside the world of the MBA is this gentleman, who is Jean-François Baril, and he is the Senior Vice President of Sourcing and Procurement with Nokia. You spoke, Monsieur Baril, about what you call leading by values, managing by facts. What does that mean?
In fact, at Nokia, it's very, very important to combine the soft skills and the hard skills. In our world, okay, there's a lot of traffic of different parts, component businesses. And we need to have a very robust analytical view on how to manage the things. But if we want to win, if we want to get to the gold medal, we believe that adding the soft skills of interpersonal skills or leadership or understanding other people, I think it's very, very important.
What's brought about this change in thinking, or do you think you've always thought that way at Nokia?
This has been very common at Nokia thinking from day one. I mean, at day one in the era of wireless business, of course. And I believe this is one of the rich attributes of Nokia in terms of leadership, overall leadership. I think it is not to run in like a mechanical view the business, but it is to be very sensitive to the human dimension of the business. At the end of the day, business is done with people, for people. So I think we should not forget this is not only equations and numbers.
And do you think that the MBA providers are equipping the people who come to you, who come to work in Nokia, with the right skill set to do what you've just described?
I think most of what we have observed from MBA programs, they are very, very capable to develop people on the analytics, on the financials aspect, on the human resources principle, but I'm sure they don't insist enough on the true soft skills of the hard side of, if I can say that, from the brain, which is well taught in business schools. But I think the heart dimension is probably a poor parent in this equation.
But it must change from what you're saying.
Absolutely, absolutely, because the world has changed. It is not about who is going to win here. It is how we get through a team, a better attraction for other people in this ecosystem that we try to create.
Much more to come on the programme, including a tale of two cities, how two Russian business schools prepared their students for the global market, and anytime, any place, anyhow, the open approach to the MBA.